Hello aspirants, welcome to our channel DISC Civil Services in Detail, guiding aspirants to become officers. So let's begin our session of the Hindu Current Affairs Analysis and Answer Writing Strategies of March 21st, 2025. So here these are the few important topics from today's current affairs. As we begin our sessions with the most impactful quotes, here it is the one. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it, you can influence it once you learn that you will never be the same again. True. See, we do add these quotes because this gives lots of confidence and boosts our energy, and it helps to improve our efficiency in the task which we are doing. Because end of the day we are human beings, not robots, right? So we definitely need that motivational factors. Just coming back to our session, here we have added an article because UPSC always frames questions which are in news, current affairs especially. So festivals is the high probable topic always. So please make a note of at least 3 to 4 pages aside, keep aside in your current affair notes, and list out all the festivals which you have come across in this particular year. In our sessions itself, we have added and discussed lots of festivals related to locals of northeastern tribes. Not only northeastern states, we exclusively discussed about few festivals exclusively relevant to that particular northeastern tribes, and those which are taking place at central and middle Indian part. So central India is one which too celebrates. Southern states of India is also celebrates lots of festivals. So whether it's related to cultivational or cultural, or few may relevant to their traditional or these like religious festivals, but whatever the significance or feature might be, you should definitely thorough with the list of festivals which are in 2024 to 25. At least you may get a question on these festivals. जब आपको मालूम है कि यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आएगा तो कौन सी दिक्कत है पढ़ के तैयारी करके रखने की. So coming back to this article, it is about Kerala's Kannur district where Etikulam. So Kaliyattam is a festival. So Kerala का Kaliyattam simple है, याद रख लीजिएगा. So it is a festival related to a story of a warrior who was reborn from his ashes. So according to the legend, Kandanar Kelan, an archer farmer, was burning vegetation to prepare land for farming when he got in flames. So to escape, he tried to clamber up a tree and was bitten by 2 snakes. So another Tayyam, Vayanattu Kulvan, resurrected him. So this is all about the story behind this particular festival. आपको थोड़ा सिग्निफिकेंस याद रखना है, फीचर्स याद रखना है, उसका कुछ अगर पर्टिकुलर फीचर्स रहते हैं कि मेल परफॉर्म्स और फीमेल परफॉर्म्स और द डाइटी एंगल्स एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, वो थोड़ा याद रख लीजिए. बट फॉर एग्जाम जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट इट इज़ फ्रॉम केरला एंड द नेम ऑफ द फेस्टिवल इज कालियट. As simple as that. So this is one more we added in this particular slide. If you observe, there are few keywords like equinox, summer solstice, the moment solstice and spring season. See this particular pic saying during the celebration of spring equinox at Tower Hill in London, these are the members who take part and how they dress up. So it's a it's a astronomical spring season which begins at the equinox and will last till this summer solstice. So here these are the keywords which repeatedly occurred in PYQs. So previous year's questions में ये पूछा गया था. So you should definitely know what is equinox, what is this summer, and what are the longest winter days and what are the lengthiest summer days. So summer solstice happens on June 12. Even you can observe this in your June 21. You can observe this fact even in your NCERT 7th class books. Yes, again one more pic which is talking about ahead of the tourist season in Kashmir, workers paint shikras. So shikras matlab gondolas. Gondolas matlab the ships and boats which they use at Srinagar. So this is what important. So you may get a question asking what is the meaning of or what do you mean by gondolas, or what are the meaning of the, what are the feature of the sikras, or the what purpose people in Jammu Kashmir or Srinagar use these sikras. So you should definitely know about these basics, and these are again considered during taking place during the spring and summer months. Yes, amid militarization concerns, India remains a stabilizing factor in the Arctic Russian envoy. See, Raisina dialogue इस साल पक्का high probable है. So be very thorough with all the highlights and important facts of Raisina dialogue this time. मतलब 17 से 19 तक हुआ था, और keynote was presented by Luxon, and theme was like Kala Chakra, people, peace, planet was the end the objective, and different personalities highlighted Indian scientists, Indian national and global level of significance, or global what it's called, उनका foreign policy कैसे improve हो रहा है different sectors में, how they are evolving. They have discussed all these points, especially in this particular, even from जहाँ they were even discussed about this third world के जो nations है और उनका contribution कैसे चल रहा है, and they discussed each and every aspect which is highly important for building better nations at the global level. So coming back to this article, he is talking about stabilizing factor. As Russian ambassador to India, Denis Salipov, he's the one, he's the ambassador, Russian ambassador to India. He was discussing about tensions had been generated by members of the NATO. So uniting North and South for sustainable development in the Arctic is very much important. And he also mentioned few other aspects like they should be working on joint development of the Arctic area as well as coordinated scientific and environmental and commercial efforts. मतलब ये जो areas हैं have to focus on. And he also mentioned about few other projects. Both countries should have expressed mutual interest in exploring projects like Arctic, यहाँ लिखा गया है देखिए, Arctic mineral riches including energy resources and rare earth elements. इन दिनों हमने बहुत ज़्यादा सुना है rare earth elements के बारे में, where we have discussed about this Zelensky's mineral deal with Trump, or whether India's deal with Kazakhstan, and few other nations which are working strong to get this what is called deals for rare earth elements or critical elements, because this is going to be playing a crucial role for coming days for the development of nations, whether it's in space or whether it's in technology. Yes, so this is all about this article. And so yeah, he mentioned one more point. In 2024, two countries signed a memorandum of cooperation in field of scientific research in the Arctic. So till now we have done a lots of discussion on global south, India Pacific region or India Ocean region or IMEC. This is the time they are focusing on Arctic, as this guy is from Russian territory. Yes, I have added this for giving a clear picture. So Kal Chakra is the theme, people, peace, planet is the objective, and this is taking place from 17 to 19. That's it. So defense procurement set to become faster. Proposals worth 54,000 crore get nod. So Defense Acquisition Council on Thursday approved guidelines to shorten the timelines for defense procurement. If you remember in our previous article, IAFG's mentioned few important points like हमें defense और security को नज़र में रखते हुए we need lots of what is called procurement or lots of proposals, private investments for the production, for the development of the weaponry and artillery and all these things. So coming to this article, मतलब उन्होंने बताया कि हमें बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है keeping in mind the global scenario जैसे change हो रहा था, जैसे कि इंडिया चाइना और इंडिया पाकिस्तान का जैसे भी मतलब changes हो रहे थे, issues दिमाग में रखते हुए उन्होंने बताया कि yes, it is high time we have to focus on and let the private investors come and join hands so that our production and requirement should reach that point. This is what he mentioned. We have done that discussion in our previous articles. So coming to this article, he is saying procurement proposals worth 54,000 crore a day after the Cabinet Committee on Security gave final approval for the procurement of 307 indigenously designed and developed artillery guns at a cost of 7,000 crore. So it's a simple एक बात मैं बताऊं तो they are developing and this is the fund they have given. So if you are writing something related to defense or security or allotments, you can quote this as a fact in your mains answer. This is what important. 30 Maoists shot dead in Twin Buster encounter. So to end Naxalism by, मैंने कम से कम 100 बार बताया था अपने सेशंस में, Union government has taken decision to end Naxalism by question. Just comment in our answer section. Sorry, answer in our comment section. Is it 2025 March or 2030 March? Just comment your right answer. So this particular article, they are talking about this encounters in Chhattisgarh. So last few months we have seen lots of discussions going on between Maoists, lots of encounters happening. Even in previous articles we have discussed how left-wing extremism is high probable topic and how it is relevant to your syllabus. GS में कितना key role play करता है, मतलब communism, communalism, regionalism, security, left-wing extremism, ये बहुत ज़्यादा important topics हैं and every year you get question in mains. Without any hesitation, just be thorough with the all the basic facts. Like मतलब what are the, मतलब नक्सलिज्म के बारे में तो मालूम है कि नक्सलबरी, मतलब डेफिनेशन जब लिखोगे कि ये लिख लोगे कि बंगाल एरिया से नक्सलबरी रीजन से नक्सलिज्म हैज बीन स्टार्टेड सिंस 1960s and the reason mainly was those economic exploitation and these land related issues. So tribal involvement जहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा था and lack of literacy or lack of development or economic facilities was one of the main reason. So now, as the state and central level governments are working strong for the development of the all sectors, मतलब all round development देख रहे हैं, we can observe that from different initiatives like we are building connectivity to different regions like northeast and the tribal and rural routes too. सो ऑल दिस डेवलपमेंट इसलिए कर रहे हैं कि मतलब उनका कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ने से उनका डेवलपमेंट बढ़ेगा, उनका लाइवलीहुड बढ़ेगा, सो दैट दिस काइंड ऑफ नक्सलिज्म और सिक्योरिटी रिलेटेड एस्पेक्ट्स कैन बी हैंडल्ड वेल. दिस इज व्हाट all about Naxalism. So when you are writing something related to this topic in your mains, you can quote this as an example. That's it, as simple as that. If you want, you can add few aspects of government initiatives too which are taking place, especially to bring this Naxal free before 31st March next year. See, यहाँ दे दिया already. So 2025 बोल रहे हैं लेकिन 26 तक होगा. Yes, XCOP, that is Twitter, challenges content blocking orders, opposes censorship portal. So in this particular article, it is exclusively talking about which more the Karnataka High Court challenging the way the union and state governments are issuing orders to block content on its platform. This happened previous years also when farmers protests were taking place, and this particular platform provoked given, मतलब उनका इरादा था कि this particular platform has given chance to come out and talk and portray, मतलब express, giving a platform to express and talk about this protest which provoked and fueled those incidents. उस टाइम में भी उनको बहुत ब्लॉक करने को, contents को करने को, users को करने को बहुत सारा discussion हुआ था. So again it is questioning and challenging. So in this particular article you can see this, they are talking about or they mentioned about Shreya Singhal versus Union of India case 2015. So मैंने कल भी बताया था अपने सेशन में when we were discussing about this delimitation, nearly right to privacy के 8 to 9 questions और 8 to 9 cases and observations दिए गए थे Supreme Court के. So I sincerely suggest you to make a note of all these cases and whenever you are writing something, just quote it there. It's very 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 important. इसको ऐड करने का वही डिसीजन है. यहाँ राइट टू प्राइवेसी हो और ब्लॉकिंग कंटेंट हो, डेटा हो और सेंसरशिप हो, पोर्टल हो, जो भी हो, कीप इट ऑल साइड. जस्ट एग्जाम पॉइंट के लिए जहाँ तक जरूरी है वहाँ तक देखो. एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट 2000 का जो भी प्रोविजंस है एक बार देख लीजिए, बस दैट्स इट. Yes, national interest paramount in decisions on oil purchases. So this is a fact I have added to make sure that what's happening you should know, as it is about Indian oil traders and oil field service providers and insurance companies. Rahul says it's anti-national not to support the demand for caste census, and he even quoted Ambedkar's decently challenged caste discrimination through the Mahad Satyagraha. So prelims में question आएगा if someone asks who led Mahad Satyagraha, immediate second गांधी जी मत लिख देना, क्योंकि ऑप्शंस में डेफिनेटली दे विल आस्क यू ईवी रामास्वामी नायकर, गांधी जी, अंबेडकर, or even they may add some famous personality who involved in satyagraha, participated in satyagraha. So you should definitely know Mahad Satyagraha led by Ambedkar ji, especially to control or reduce the caste discrimination. It's not just a fight for the right to voter but also for equality and respect. So he is encouraging caste census is very much important, which is a step towards bringing out the truth of this inequality. So to reduce this inequality, he is asking to do this. It's a kind of asking for doing something which was requested since ages. That's it. Believe India will cut tariffs substantially on US goods. So Trump जी ने अभी पहले बार बोला है, मतलब till now he was talking about reciprocal tariffs. मतलब India is charging high tariffs and India is a tariff king. So he is charging much. Be ready for the reciprocal tariffs बोल रहे थे. अभी he is going मतलब he is now coming up with the diplomatic kind of discussions. Now he is saying, I believe we are probably going to be lowering those tariffs substantially, but on April 2, we will be charging them the same tariffs they charge us. So it's a kind of discussions will be definitely going on. So they are both friends, good friends, and they are working for the betterment of the world, and they are building themselves strong in a global level. So we'll see what happens. Panel flags shoddy implementation of Centre's flagship tourism scheme. And this scheme is all about Swadesh Darshan scheme. So Swadesh Darshan scheme previous year's prelims question में पूछा गया था. When it was introduced in 2014 to 15, even Prasad scheme भी पूछा गया था, previous year's question था. So all these are related for the development, especially for this tourist spot connecting these circuits. Circuits develop करके tourist को, development को, tourism को, economy को, मतलब it's kind of developing that connectivity and developing that tourism, developing that livelihoods and building that connectivity, bringing them everything into the mainstream. It's a kind of for the development of wholesome. So all sectors can be concluded, especially for the tourism बोलो, मतलब tourism जब develop होता है तो 360 degrees multi-dimensional approach में मैंने आपको हमेशा बताया कि if any nation, if any state, if any particular zone is getting the tourism sector development activities, make sure that it is gonna develop. Most important point, economic development तो हो ही जाएगा along with the other perspectives. So in this article इन्होंने क्या बोला है, 76 out of 76 मतलब development properly नहीं जगह मतलब he is saying proper implementation of the scheme was not done, and out of 26 projects which were there, hardly in that particular period, hardly they got these thematic circuits. So there was lots of lapse and gap. So panel is reviewing the report of CAG. Audit report has highlighted serious lapses in the formulation and all these things. But government is saying out of 76, 75 developed well. It's a kind of allegation. But here, ये वो क्या बोले हैं, ये क्या बोले हैं, क्या चल रहा है, डिस्कशन क्या हो रहा है, ये पॉलिटिकल कन्वर्सेशन का जरूरत आपको नहीं है. For you, keep in mind that it is a project launched in 2014 with the aim of developing theme-based tourist states or routes, and especially on the circuits base. So what are the circuits? Just give a hint. And objective यही था for the development of tourism sector and build connectivity. That's it. As simple as that. Schemes बहुत important है, exam में आएगा, be thorough. Yes, this is added in this was presented in digital version, so I have added because March 24 is gonna be TB day. Definitely you should know. So how India is taking steps towards controlling TB or eradicating TB. What are the challenges, what are the concerns, and what are the schemes? ये थोड़ा मेंस रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन प्रिपेयर करके रखो because it is high probable topic है. So as per estimations, India accounts for significant portion of world's TB cases with 27% of the global incidence, and also 2.5% of new cases and 13% of previously treated cases are estimated to be drug resistant. So this is all the inputs and data they are giving. So 2021 से 2023 तक 2 years में जो भी डायग्नोसिस हुआ है, जो भी केसेस आया है, and these gender differences especially which are prone to, they have come up with few observations and few inputs and synopsis. So India is running several initiatives including identifying the technical and administrative challenges faced by the states and duties so that they can provide course correction, introducing direct benefit transfers to the beneficiary accounts, as well as partnership for private sector engagement and advocacy, communication, social mobilizations, all will be taken care of so that this community engagement to tackle TB can be taken. मतलब TB को eradicate करने के लिए जो कुछ भी है across India they are handling and taking up. This is what about all this. Symptoms क्या है, challenges क्या है, observations क्या है, reports क्या है, statistics क्या है, and why it is gender specific again. All this just go through once and make a note of this particular topic. Yes, engaged communities are key to ending TB. As I already mentioned, कल तो editorially आ जाएगा. I'm just added this is a case study observation as TB exists and fought in social context within families and communities. So this is just talking about World Health Organization's Global Tuberculosis Report 2024. An estimated 10.8 million people developed active TB in 2023, resulting approximately 1.25 million deaths worldwide. So it's all about these programs like Kick TB campaign. And in South Africa, the Desmond Tutu TB Center has combined research and community participation. So here in this article, they clearly given few examples and observations and how community participation can improve or develop a nation, can helpful for handling any situation, whether it's eradicating TB or whether it's developing indigenous technologies or whether it's giving cultural significance. So community participation and development both ज़्यादा important है. This is what it is talking about. The challenge of policing digital gains. This is high probable this time. Make sure एक स्टार मार्क डाल के रख लेना. सिंपल वर्ड में बताया चाहे तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट डेटा. सो मैं आपको एक इंसिडेंट बताऊंगी, एक स्टोरी बताऊंगी. जैसे कि इफ़ यू आर ए स्टूडेंट visited any bookshop or any xerox shop or any study hall. For example, आप राजेंद्र नगर में या मुखर्जी नगर में, या if you are studying in Bangalore, so जयानगर में, or if you are studying in Hyderabad, अशोक नगर या गांधी नगर में, you might have come across any bookshop or any study halls, or even you may come across any xerox walas, or even if you are taking any newspaper, or even you are taking any milk packet for the daily coffee or something, or even you have booked any groceries by your shop or something. Just imagine, पहला काम आप क्या करोगे? You will definitely tell him your name, as you are a regular one who is visiting. You will tell him your name, number, details, basic details. कुछ जगह आप तो ईमेल भी दे दोगे. मतलब अगर बुक शॉप वाला या जेरोक्स शॉप वाला आपको पूछेगा कि सर मेल डाल दो, आई विल फॉरवर्ड द पीडीएफ. मटेरियल नया नया आया है, हॉट केक है, एवरीवन इज रीडिंग. तो प्रीलिम्स 2025 का हाई प्रोबेबल टॉपिक लिस्ट का एक मटेरियल आया है, वो आपको मैं डाल दूंगा पीडीएफ, आप पढ़ लो. तो डेफिनेटली यू विल गिव दैट मी ईमेल आईडी. एंड इफ समवन इज सेइंग भैया स्टडी हॉल में कुछ ऑफर्स चल रहा है, तो वो स्टडी हॉल में अगर हम ये 3 महीने के लिए ज्वाइन हो जाएंगे तो 1500 के जगह they are charging सिर्फ 1000 rupees. So we'll definitely get attracted and you will go and join. Whether you join or not, the first thing you do, forwarding your number. And even other things are there like telegram groups, student groups especially, जहाँ for the interest of building your content, getting that connectivity with other students, the first thing you should do or you do usually, जो भी थोड़ा अट्रैक्टिव टेलीग्राम ग्रुप मिल गया तो जाके ज्वाइन हो जाते हो विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन. वेदर द कंटेंट और द एडमिन और द पीपल हु आर हैंडलिंग दैट उसको कैसे यूज कर रहे हैं नहीं मालूम है, लेकिन ज्वाइन हो जाओगे. तो इस सारे चीजों में एक चीज कॉमन हुआ है. क्या हुआ है? आपका डिटेल्स अदर पर्सन को आपने शेयर किया है। क्या आप जानते हो कि आपका डिटेल्स जो भी है वो आपने एक सेकंड पर्सन को शेयर किया है, तो सेकंड पर्सन के जरिए थर्ड पर्सन या थर्ड पार्टीज को, फॉर एग्जाम्पल फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, nth टाइम ऑफ पर्सन को कैसे जाता है? नहीं ना? आई विल टेल यू। दिस इज व्हाट ऑल दिस आर्टिकल अबाउट। सो इस आर्टिकल को आपको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल बता रही हूँ। सो दिस इज व्हाट ऑल अबाउट डेटा। सो डेटा इज द new oil. I'll clearly explain because this is going to be high probable topic, as we are discussing a lot about artificial intelligence too and right to privacy and all these things. So data is the new oil. अगर हो सके तो इस कोटेशन को अपने करंट अफेयर्स के नोट्स में लिख के रट्टा मार के रखना, और जो भी मेंस लिख रहे हो वहां रख लेना। तो कमिंग बैक टू दिस एग्जाम्पल विच आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग, आपका डिटेल्स उस कॉफ़ी शॉप वाले को या टेलीग्राम ग्रुप के एडमिन को या स्टडी हॉल वाले को, जेरोक्स शॉप वाले को या बुक शॉप वाले को चले गया है। What he will do after collecting the data without your consent or without your knowledge or without any getting confirmation or मतलब proper yes or no, he will transfer that data, मतलब इट्स कॉल्ड लीड्स, उसको लीड्स बोलते हैं। उस डेटा को लीड्स के जरिए, मतलब आपके जो इंफॉर्मेशन है, वेदर इट्स कॉन्टैक्ट्स, नेम, नंबर, ईमेल, व्हाटएवर, he will forward to the, as I already mentioned, third, fourth or fifth, like that nth person को। वो nth person क्या है? For example, he is running a grocery shop, or he may running a textile shop, textile showroom, or he may running any organization like any IAS कोचिंग वाला होगा, या फिर कोई बड़ा मकानदार मतलब रियल एस्टेट वाला होगा, या फिर कोई बैंक वाला होगा जो ऑफर्स क्रेडिट कार्ड्स, लोन्स एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, उनके पास आपका डिटेल्स जाएगा। तो यू विदाउट एनी मतलब आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि आपका डेटा वहां गया है। एंड हाउ दे स्टार्ट यूटिलाइजिंग इट, दे विल सेंड यू ऑल द डिटेल्स फॉर द वॉट एवर प्रोडक्ट दे आर ट्राइंग टू प्रमोट। सो इट्स ए काइंड ऑफ गेटिंग ग्रैब ओवर द मार्केट। सो ये डेटा जो आप दे रहे हो उसको यूटिलाइज करते हुए पीपल विल कंक्वेर दिस मार्केट बाय आपको इंक्लूड करते हुए। सिंपल फिर बता रही हूँ, आपका जो डेटा है, आपका जो डिटेल्स है, दैट कैन बी यूज्ड एज डेटा एंड कैन बी फॉरवर्डेड एज लीड एंड कैन बी यूज्ड एज द पीपल हु आर इन बिजनेस फॉर देयर मार्केटिंग पर्पसेस। सिंपल, अभी आपको कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वाला बोलेगा, मैसेज डालेगा, आपको तो पता ही नहीं है कि दैट सो एंड XYZ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज वर्किंग देयर फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज, बट ही सेंड्स मैसेजेस एंड सेज यस टेस्ट सीरीज आर गोइंग ऑन, 10,000 है, लेकिन एज फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ यू गेटिंग गुड रैंक वी आर कमिंग फॉरवर्ड एंड गिविंग इट एज अ ह्यूमैनिटेरियन ग्राउंड्स और एथिकल पर्सपेक्टिव 3,000 में दे रहे हैं। आप तो एग्जाइट होंगे, आप भी ज्वाइन होंगे, आपके साथ 2-3 लोग होंगे। इफ़ यू आर ए गर्ल स्टूडेंट हु इज़ प्रिपेयरिंग from hostel or something, if you are getting any message or something regarding, so as त्योहार मतलब सीजन चल रहा है, फेस्टिवल ऑफर है, सो इंस्टेड ऑफ यू गेटिंग 1,000 रुपीज़ का जो मतलब जो भी गारमेंट्स हो, टेक्सटाइल्स हो, प्रोडक्ट्स हो, प्रोविजंस हो, जो भी, यू आर गेटिंग 50% ऑफ। एज बीइंग वुमेन वी डू डेफिनेटली लव दैट डिस्काउंट पॉलिसी। मतलब इंडियन साइकोलॉजी है भैया, कांट से नो। तो तुरंत पैसे घर वाले भेजने के तुरंत पहला काम हम क्या करेंगे, जाएंगे और उस 50% ऑफर को अवेल कर लेंगे। सो दिस इज हाउ द मार्केट रन्स, दिस इज हाउ द पीपल रूल एंड दिस इज हाउ द बिजनेस रन्स। दिस इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू कन्वे। तो यहाँ आपको बिना पता बिना जाने आपका इंफॉर्मेशन बाहर जाके यू आर गिविंग देम बिजनेस एंड यू आर हेल्पिंग टू इम्प्रूव द मार्केट। Coming back to this article, वही यहाँ पूछा जा रहा है, since last few days when we were discussing about APAR AID, is it must to mention student details, parents details, registration, because what about the privacy of the children? Again we question this right to privacy there. And even when we were discussing about ChatGPT, DeepSeek or fake and artificial intelligence related apps, We again question what about the data details we are entering, and what about the right to privacy, and what about the security of the data, security of the person. So this is what whole article is about. Simple. So coming back, he is talking in November 2024, the Competition Commission of India issued a landmark order imposing a fine of 213.14 crore and forcing several behavioral remedies on Meta. तो मेटा को क्वेश्चन किया गया था उस टाइम में. सो सिमिलर थिंग लेटर हैपेंड फॉर गूगल ऑल्सो, बिकॉज दीज आर द पीपल. मतलब गूगल जो है, मैं आपको क्लियरली बता रही हूँ, इतना अच्छा एग्जाम्पल बताने के बाद आपको ये टॉपिक में डाउट नहीं आना चाहिए, बिकॉज इस साल ये तो आर्टिफिशियल क्वेश्चन इंटेलिजेंस में एज डाटा इज द न्यू ऑयल दिस काइंड ऑफ डेफिनेटली कम्स, बिकॉज लॉट्स ऑफ डिस्कशंस गोइंग ऑन स्पेशली फॉर राइट टू प्राइवेसी. सो जो कुछ भी रिलेवेंट आर्टिकल आएगा, इस पॉइंट्स को, इस एग्जाम्पल को लेके जाके वहाँ डंप कर दो विदाउट एनी हेजिटेशन. सो पहले मेटा को, बाद में गूगल को फाइन्स वर इम्पोज्ड बाय कॉम्पिटिशन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया. सो यू शुड डेफिनेटली नो व्हाट इज कॉम्पिटिशन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया, व्हाट आर रूल्स, रेगुलेशंस, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स एंड व्हाट आर द पर्पस. सो जब मेटा ने जाके इसको क्वेश्चन किया था, या फिर मेटा गॉट अप्रोच National Company Law Appellate Tribunal challenging this CCI's decision and appealed against CCI order. So NCLAT on January 23-25 granted a stay on the 5-year ban from sharing user data and penalty subject to Meta depositing to 50%. So ये गूगल वाले क्या कर रहे थे, ये मेटा वाले क्या कर रहे थे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर एस्पिरेंट एंड what it's called, you are downloading any app related to any education, मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्कैनर का कुछ ऐप डाउनलोड कर लेते हो, या फिर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस टॉपिक्स के लिए कुछ ऐड कर लेते हो, या फिर एडोब डाल लेते हो, या फिर पिक्सल डाल लेते हो, या कैम स्कैनर कुछ भी डाउनलोड कर लेते हो. द फर्स्ट थिंग इट क्वेश्चंस, गिव एक्सेस टू ऑल द डेटा इन योर फोन. मतलब ईमेल से लेके, कॉन्टैक्ट से लेके, फोटोज से लेके, पूरा जन्म कुंडली का एक्सेस ले लेता है. और वो जाके क्या करता है, दोज डिजिटल गेन्स को, मतलब ये गूगल और मेटा लेके जाके वो गेन्स को ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं. फ्रॉम देयर, एज आई ऑलरेडी, मैंने अभी जो आपको एग्जांपल बताया था, उसके जरिए आपको फिर मैसेजेस आ जाता है. सो 2021 में एक एब्यूज ऑफ डोमिनेंट पोजीशन इन द ओवर द टॉप, मतलब ओटीपी मैसेजिंग सर्विसेज की स्मार्टफोन्स के बारे में भी ये क्वेश्चन किया गया था. So it's all about directly, indirectly talking about right to privacy and privacy policy and data utilization, data monopolization. Simple saying. So again, as I now mentioned, the economy has become digital. तो इस डिजिटल एरा में डेटा इज द न्यू ऑयल, बट अनलाइक ऑयल, this data is virtually limitless and it can be collected, analyzed, reused indefinitely n number of times. So just imagine how powerful this is, more than like nuclear weapon. क्योंकि ऑयल हो या न्यूक्लियर वेपन हो, हार्डली 1 or 2 टाइम्स यूज करते हो, रीयूजेबल नहीं है. लेकिन ये डेटा जो है, यू कैन यूज n number of times for any purpose. Whether you are using it that for good or bad, that is secondary. We have seen in movies also how this big data. I remember when there was a discussion in economic survey about this big data. उस साल उस क्वेश्चन आया था, how India is going to tackle this बोल के. This was high probable at that time. So again in this year, again in economic survey, they have clearly mentioned about underlining India's rapid digital transformation and emphasizing the critical role of artificial intelligence in shaping the nation's economic landscape, as I already mentioned. So this is going to be a challenging issue. So as the digital economy continues to evolve, regulatory frameworks must not only catch up but also anticipate emerging challenges posed by rapidly advancing technologies and the ever expanding influence of tech gains. This is what important. मतलब ग्लोबल एक्शंस में क्या हुआ है, मतलब यूएस ने क्या किया है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने क्या किया है, और मेटा को कैसे क्वेश्चन किया है. गूगल एंड मेटा आर नॉट इवन द फर्स्ट टेक गेम्स टू फेस सच पॉलिसी. सो हाउ दिस CCI ordered against Google and Meta in small chapter and all these things. So how it is handling this tech monopolies and what's happening in India since 2002 and what about the Competition Act 2002. So all this just एक बार पढ़ के थोड़ा डेटा को एक पेपर में लिख के रखे रहो. बस, उससे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी नहीं है। लेकिन ये एग्जाम्पल आपको बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, एज दिस इज़ गोना अपीयर इन योर एग्जाम, as simple as that. So it's all about big data economy, and digital economy, India's artificial intelligence, and utilizing the data, questioning by Competition Commission of India. That's it. I hope it's clear. Yes, assault on multilateralism and international law. This is high probable again because lots of discussions going on. America. इस बार ट्रंप के बिना क्वेश्चन पेपर आएगा ही नहीं. सो हियर ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट मेघा. मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा बातें चल रही है. इट्स सिंपली प्रोटेक्शन, मतलब वो जो प्रोटेक्शनिस्ट आइडियोलॉजी रहता है ना, जो ग्रोइंग एंटी इंटरनेशनलिस्ट सेंटिमेंट जो होता है, उसके बारे में है. तो ट्रंप एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आर बाउंड टू जियोपार्डाइज multilateral political and economic cooperation among states. So this is what this whole article is talking about. So coming back to this article, here they have given few keywords like defund act क्या है. मैं थोड़ा आपको बताऊंगी, एक्सप्लेन करूंगी, आप थोड़ा अपना होमवर्क करके इसको लिख के रखो. So international criminal court क्या है, which was in PYQ and high probable again. And what about the other important aspects of this protectionism triggered by the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act enacted by US? So what's happening? How this reinvigorated economic nationalism in Trump administration has led to the implementation of aggressive tariffs, and especially this includes the call for withdrawal from key entities such as World Health Organization, UNHRS, and the Paris Climate Agreement से बाहर आना, और sanctioning against international court, criminal court, and imposing high tariff on the fellow nations and all these things. It's a kind of giving new American approach which has serious consequences for an international order. So that's what even in our recent India EU जब समिट्स चल रहे थे उस टाइम में भी इन लोगों ने बात किया था बहुत, so that it should not be giving any impact on the global relations and all these things. But he is again saying कि हमारा पीस कीपिंग आइडियोलॉजी जो है लेकिन हमारा प्रोटेक्शनिस्ट आइडियोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट के लिए, ग्रोथ के लिए, हमारे खुद के लिए भी उतना ही ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. That is what he is talking about. And there are lots of few inputs and discussions and few analysis have been given. Just अपनी तरफ से एक बार पढ़ के जस्ट 4 to 5 लाइन्स में लिख के रखना. मतलब मैं जितना भी बताऊंगी लेकिन आप एक बार पढ़ोगे, इट विल बी मच मोर हेल्पफुल, एज इंडिया हैज़ कंसिस्टेंटली एम्फसाइजिंग इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ मल्टीलेटरलिज्म and adherence to international law. So during the G20 foreign minister meeting also, our external affairs minister said the need for an inclusive and multilateral approach for global development and handling global challenges is very much important, prioritizing international law and peaceful resolutions. So this is what this whole article is all about. Burma Council 100 years ago. मैं हमेशा बताती हूँ, these facts are very much important. Make a note and write it in your mains answers. Should immigrants have the same right to protest as citizens? From the recent observations like Ranjini Srinivasan, he is an Indian doctoral student at Columbia University who left US on March 11. So, and another incident of this Palestinian student activist green card holder, that is who came out recently, is supposed to getting the allegation saying that she was helping the what is called Hamas group and all. So keeping that all in mind, here an article is clearly talking about immigrants को same rights होते हैं क्या protest करने के लिए as the citizens do have. So clear cut question और answer दिया गया है. यहाँ they have started from saying Article 19 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights enshrines freedom of expression as a fundamental human right extending to both citizens and immigrants. So yes, so Article 19 specifically guarantees the right to seek, receive, disseminate information across borders through various media. So this is what this article. And apart from that, ये क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स मैं आपको इसलिए बताती हूँ, यहाँ आपको एनालिसिस के ज़रिए थोड़ा कंटेंट और अप्रोच भी मिल जाता है. सो व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग मेंस, आपको इस तरह के अप्रोच, मतलब दीज आर स्कॉलर्स who gives this question and answers. The way they frames and gives it, it's a highly important. आपके standard test book से भी ज़्यादा important है these kind of question and answers, where you're getting extraordinary inputs. And you just have to copy paste and dump your mains answer, adding little bit of common sense from your side. That's it. So एक बार इसको देखो, समझो, लिख के रखो. That's it. 50 years ago, rousing reception to Indian team. It's a kind of talking about high and low of Madras rubber shoulders. वर्ल्ड कप कोलालमपुर का वर्ल्ड कप का इंसिडेंट बता रहा है. Yeah, these are the few facts relevant to artillery gun system. So when you are writing something related to defense, just quote these as an example. So मैं हमेशा ये facts को add करती हूँ so that you should be able to understand how important they are. जब एग्जाम लिखोगे मेंस फैक्ट्स के लिए, इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए, डेटा के लिए उधर इधर भागने के अलावा, इफ यू बी प्रिपेयर्ड एंड थरो विद दिस काइंड ऑफ important facts, it will be very helpful for you. So it is something about refund made for faulty toll collections in 2024. This is one more fact. And number of journalists who died due to COVID-19 in Orissa. This is one more fact. And houses which got illegal construction notices in Sambal as municipal land in the Varisnagar area of Chaundas in Sambal. So this is one more fact which is talking about. And Sweden's investment in school security after mass shooting. This is one more fact. ये facts बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होते हैं. Yes, so these are the list of important topics from today's current affairs. I hope we had wonderful session. As the prelims ahead, please be thorough with all your basics and do number of revisions. If you want any kind of assistance or guidance or mentorship, just drop a message. We are here to help you. Study well, all the best. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day.